Y como les venía diciendo, acá tengo a un músico, a un cantante, pero aparte es bajista. Está tocando en este momento con la banda de Ace Frehley, pero aparte, miren esto, es cantante de una de las bandas que me encanta, que es Head of the Dog, que ahora se lo voy a mostrar, todavía no lo está viendo. Él es Ryan. Ryan, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey, hey everybody, how are you? Good to see you.
Good, good, good. How is
Yeah,
Nashville?
Nashville's great.
Yeah?
It's great. It's not quite as sunny as California, but it's still great.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
weather, can you hold it? Can you?
Oh, it's not bad. It's sunny, but I'm partial to the California sunshine that I love so much. So but it's
Yeah.
nice. It's good.
Good. Well, tell me. I know you were playing with Ace. I know you were doing this for a while. Tell me what is going on with you.
Well, we're currently on a hiatus with Ace. We started back up with him in January of this year. So we've been on the road promoting his new record, 10,000 Volts. We started dates the end of January. We usually don't start till March every year, but we had a couple makeup dates from the end of last year, so we started the end of January. So I'm okay with that because I'd rather be out playing shows than sitting around here at home.
Yeah.
So that's been great. We've been promoting Ace's record. In the meantime, we've also been promoting Rock City Machine Company, which is the new band and record that Philip, Jeremy, and I did together, produced by Marty Fredrickson. So between the Ace stuff and the RCMC stuff, it's been great. It's just I can't be busy enough. I'd like to be playing shows every night. I don't really like nights off. So
I was going to ask you about the Rock City Machine Co.
yeah.
Since you mentioned it, how can you describe the sound of the band?
Man, you can hear all of our. The only thing to me that it doesn't sound like, because it's like I said, it's Philip, Jeremy, and I, and we were both together in Gene Simmons' band and in Ace's band. And then when we weren't on the road with either of them, we all live here in Nashville. So the three of us were always, if we weren't just hanging out together, we were playing some kind of show together. So then it finally just came around. Well, it makes sense that we should make a record. It sounds to me, the only thing it doesn't sound like is a Kiss record. And everybody expected it to sound like Kiss because of, who we worked for. And I can understand that. And I'm surprised that it doesn't sound more like a Kiss record than it does. But I hear AC/DC in it. I hear Def Leppard in it. I hear Aerosmith in it. It's just a hard rock record. Really good
Good.
hard rock record. And the songs are just 3.5 minutes. They're short, they're catchy, and they're fun to sing along to. It's just a good time. Like if you had a party, just
That
put this record on loop, let it play all night.
sweet,
Yeah,
sweet,
we've got a couple
amazing.
of videos out so people can check it out, and
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we,
We're gonna be promoting that. Yeah,
good,
definitely. Yeah, I want to pay attention. I mean, I want to take a look a little bit deeper
of
in the
course.
band.
Yep.
And so you're in between those bands, and how is working? I mean, you're pretty close with the Kids Camp,
Yeah.
clearly.
Sure.
Tell us about that. How is working with two of the four original guys?
Well, I'll tell you. I'll start with Gene because Gene was the guy that we worked with first, and it was interesting because how I was saying I like to play every night. He does not like he doesn't take vacations. He just works all the time. He loves to be, I mean, Kiss just retired just a few months ago, and he's already back. I think doing his first solo show tomorrow night. So he's already back at work. I love that because I like to work a lot. It was fun too because we changed the set list every single night with him.
Ha,
Like we
tough.
never played the same set list twice, which was a blast. And we would play like a really lot of deep, deep Kiss cuts that Kiss would never perform live. So I know like the diehard Kiss fans really, really enjoyed that. And we would just try different stuff every day at sound check or backstage in the dressing room. And sometimes we'd walk out on stage playing something that we really had never played before. We're like, okay, we rehearsed it back there for a minute. Let's try it. So we loved that. And that's what it was like working with him as opposed to Ace. Ace is very creature of habit. Once he gets something he likes, like we don't change the set list every night with him. Now he'll add new songs on a different run here and there, but he won't turn the set upside down the way we did with Gene, you
Ha,
know. But the one thing they have in common is that they're both just a lot of fun to work with.
really?
It's especially fun for me because my favorite band growing up as a kid was Kiss. So the fact that I ended up playing with two of the guys is pretty crazy, you know.
So, working in between them, how will you describe their personalities uh, through your perception?
Okay, through my perception,
Yeah.
Gene totally turned out being just so different than what I expected because in all the years that I was in Hair of the Dog and everything, I lived in LA. All the Kiss guys lived in LA. So I would start running into them in different places, you know? And even though we weren't friends by any means, like I started like you see them backstage at other shows or at different parties or like industry parties, not like someone house party, but industry stuff. And I could kind of tell like it's a Gene, for example, if he'd see me like, oh yeah, I see that guy a lot. I remember, but I was always a little afraid of Gene because of what you'd seen in the press and the tough guy and a lot of
A little bit
bravado,
intimidating. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
intimidating, a lot of ego. And the minute we started working for him, that guard was completely let down in a
Wow.
way that he was very welcoming and really funny and self-deprecating and hardworking, which I knew he would be. That's the one thing I knew he would. But just a lot of fun. I mean, he literally a lot of times he treated us like we were in Kiss, you know, which was a trip. So it was very surprising, like because I was kind of afraid, like, oh wow, what's this gonna be like? Is he gonna be like a really hard-nosed guy to work for? He was great. As long as we did our job, and we really did, we took it seriously. We paid a lot of respect to that music. Wanted to make sure that it was played correctly because we're Kiss fans. We're playing with a guy from Kiss, and we knew that Kiss fans are going to want to hear it played not good, but they want to hear it played great. So that's what we loved about it. So it was my perception of what it might be like and what it turned out to be were so surprisingly just a nice surprise. He was so nice and great.
Uh,
I loved it, and I can't say enough nice things about him.
an
Now,
ace?
Ace turned out being exactly like I thought it was going to be like. You
How is
know,
that?
I nailed that one because having never met him, or played with him before we got hired, you know, you read that Ace was always the guy that was kind of maybe a little bit late, or Ace was a creature of habit. Once he finds something he likes, he sticks to it. You know, for example, like when we toured with Gene, we're with Gene 24/7. If we're awake, we were together, right? With Ace, we go to sound check and do our thing, but Ace travels separately from us, and we don't see Ace until showtime and that kind of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of bands that are like that. It's just it was so different. It's like, you know what? I bet we won't see as much of him. And it turned out being I was exactly right. We all were like kind of like, what's this going to be like? Um, but the one thing that I did nail perfectly also was he's very funny, sense of humor. All he likes to do is joke around, tell jokes and everything. Um, he's just been really, really great to us. So I'm happy he has a new record out because whenever he gets a new record out, which is pretty often these days, it seems like he loves to go out and promote it. So, like I said, I'm ready for more shows. We start back up again May 25th, and we're pretty busy through the year. So
Good.
I'm ready to play.
Actually, I was going to ask you mainly for the end of the year, 2025. What are your plans?
You know what? Honestly, I've only planned as far as November 24 because usually the way it works with us is right after Thanksgiving is when we'll take time off, right? And then we're usually off December, January, February, which means, we do play for Ace, wanting to do more stuff with Rock City Machine Company. Our Ace schedule has to allow it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So we just have to kind of, I mean, it's a good problem to have, having two good bands that you really want to be a part of. I'm only wishing, like when you're talking about 25, I'd love to see more Rock City Machine Company shows pop up. But it's just going to depend on, what has Ace decided and how much is he going to work and that kind of thing. So to answer your question for 25, I have nothing planned right now. Just because we're literally, what are we, probably almost to the middle of 24 right now? And we have a lot of stuff left to do this year before we even start planning next year. So You know, all I can tell you is it's going to be me playing somewhere with someone. I don't know.
Doing
I don't know
something.
which
Yeah.
one. Yeah, it'll either be Ace or RCMC, but I'm not sure what the time frame is.
I see your background. Do you collect? What do you collect?
Used to be everything. Like there's vinyl behind me. There's a lot of Kiss stuff. A lot of the Kiss stuff that's around here is stuff that I had when I was a kid that I got framed very nicely and whatever. There's some plaques. There's you see the speakers back there. You know, this wall here is just kind of like it's me with people I played with and it's friends of mine and it's heroes of mine. It's Paul Stanley, it's me with Skid Row, it's my dad, it's Hair the dog, it's Gene, it's Michael me and Schenker, me and Nils Lozauer. It's just it's kind of a wall of friends. This whole area down here is a living area that's got like you know
Oh,
so this is where I hang out. There's another bedroom and bathroom back there, and
nice.
there's more, but this is where I sit and play guitar and listen to music and do interviews and, and everything.
What is
I don't
the gold
what's that?
record?
The what?
The gold record, the frame behind you.
Oh, you know what? That is, are you familiar with Chris Christopherson?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That is the gold record for his first single, Me and
Ah,
Bobby McGee, that is older than us, obviously. And the funny story behind that one is the first time I lived here in Nashville, I worked for a publishing company called EMI Music Publishing.
am I?
And Chris wrote there. Chris was a writer there. And I was leaving one day, and that gold record, and this is before I had my hair the dog deal or anything, and I was just in awe of anything that was a gold record and or platinum or that kind of thing. And as I was leaving, that was sitting in the back stairway of EMI, and they were going to throw it in the trash. It was going to the garbage because they said Chris had moved to Hawaii, where he still lives. It was in Hawaii, and they were like, he's got plenty of them. We don't have room here for any more of them. And I'm like, if you guys let me have that, I will keep that for my entire life. I promise I'll never sell it or give it to anybody. I'm a big Christopherson fan of him and his songwriting. So that's what that is.
Oh man,
And
good.
anywhere I live, I put it up and it's kind of a cool memory because it just reminds me of, I'm still trying to, there's so much that I haven't done that I want to do. But back when that happened and I was picking that up, I was thinking what I would give to have an award or have someone give me an award. And I hadn't met Desmond yet and done Hair of the Dog yet or anything. And I was just like, this means more to me than the people throwing it in the trash. And it just kind of was a reminder to me to keep to work, you know, to
Yeah,
practice and learn to sing better, and learn to play guitar better, and learn to write songs better. And, you know, but anyway, that's just, I always think of that day when I saw
amazing,
that. Yeah.
amazing, man.
Yeah.
Well,
That's crazy.
Ryan, there's anything else you want to say to your fans?
Yeah, I just want to say, first of all, to everybody, thank you for anybody that's ever supported me by listening to the music or buying our records or
Like I do.
like you do, exactly. Or coming to see us live. I know that you understand it because, you work within the industry, but, a lot of people that listen to music as a fan, that's perfectly fine and they want no part of the business. They're
Yeah.
just like it's just another record they put in their CD player every day or another song they hear on the radio. But I just want people to know how much it means to me that, like, especially you, like having that CD, it's like you paid your own money for that and you took time to get in your car and go get it, or you took time to order it. And the fact that someone would ever do that for something I was on, excuse me, it just means the world to me. So just thanks to
Oh,
everybody for the support. I love it. You know,
awesome.
without people liking what we're doing, I wouldn't be able to play with the people that I play with or make the records I make. So it's pretty good.
Good, good, Ryan. Well, we're gonna stay in touch, okay?
Yeah.
Eventually we're gonna meet in person.
Yeah.
And from here, thank you for all the inspiration, all the music, and keeping rocking, kicking some asses, and hopefully we're gonna see you in South America, Latin America someday
I'd love it. I would love it.
with
We were
any
there,
of your bands.
yeah, we were there with Gene and it was amazing. Just amazing. And I know Ace wants to get over there, so hopefully I'll be there with Ace next time.
They are God in gods in South America, everywhere.
Wouldn't it be great?
You know that.
Yeah, we'd love it. So I hope so. I hope so.
Ryan, thank you, and see you
Thank
soon.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll get together on those CDs.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Let me tell you in Spanish, me va a firmar todos mis CDs cuando venga a Los Ángeles, así que estoy muy feliz, very happy.
Me too.
Thank you,
Thank
Ryan.
you so much. Thanks, everybody.